Well, Paul grew up a city kid, or at least that's what we're told, dreaming about the country life and trucks with dancing chrome. I had a rebel streak a mile wide, raised a little teenage hell. And if the cops knew all the stories, well, they probably wouldn't tell. The OG sat in the back row saying this ought to be a sight. That young guy's running Rotary, Lord help us through the night. But he walked in with confidence and a mullet full of pride. And by the end of 12 short months, he had them on his side. Raise a glass for Paul Slavic, mullet flying in the breeze. From running from the law back then to serving first responders' needs. He brought the club together with a rebel-hearted grin. Paul Slavic rode in wild boars, but he sure went out with a win. He fed the cops and firefighters, served a whole lot of meals. Funny how life circles back and shows you how it feels. The same kind of folks he dodged back then are now his honored guests. And somehow he convinced us all that he might be the best. He delegated everything, that's one thing he knows well. If there was work that needed doing, he'd find somebody else. He'd smile and say, you got this friend, then disappear somehow. And we'd all be doing his to-do list before we figured out how. Raise a glass for Paul Slavic, mullet flying in the breeze. From running from the law back then to serving first responders' needs. He brought the club together with a rebel-hearted grin. Paul Slavic rode in wild boars, but he sure went out with a win. Now somewhere in the middle of his presidential year, a brand new baby showed up just to keep things interesting here. 2 kids, a wife, a business, the Rotary every week. And somehow he stayed standing when most men would be beat. Then he hired an Italian nanny and the rumors quickly spread. Half the club started asking if she had a cousin instead. Paul just laughed and kept on moving, never missed a beat, while the rest of us were wondering how he landed on his feet. He's an entrepreneur, that's true, always chasing one more dream. A city boy in country boots, somewhere in between. The old guard had their doubts at first, but here's the honest truth. He brought fresh life into the club and reminded us of a youth. Raise a glass for Paul Slavic, mullet flying in the breeze. From running from the law back then to serving first responders' needs. He brought the club together with a rebel-hearted grin. Paul Slavic rode in wild boars, but he sure went out with a win. So here's to Paul Slavic, boys, let's give the man his due for proving all the skeptics wrong and seeing the whole year through. The mullet may get shorter and another president begins, but we'll be singing about Paul Slavic and the year he got the win. Yeah, Paul Slavic rode in wild boys, but he sure